Ooh, hello, Farlanders. My name is Kurt. Welcome back to Farlands or Bust. Wolfie is working on his deep down voice right there. Woof. Took him a while to get that up and running. But welcome back to Farlands or Bust. This is episode 787. I got a bunch of flint here. This is episode 787. Going to be published on Friday, Farlands or Bust Friday, June 12th, 2020, as we pick up, I almost said Juno, but Wolfie from the hidey hole at the end of the last stream and continue west here, not towards that creeper, hopefully. It was a subwoofer. You're dang right it was. This one also being recorded live on Twitch the day before. Hope you're all doing well. Hope everybody had a good weekend and week. As we continue once again our journey here. So what's up? What's new, everybody? You know what's up? We're raising money for our Season 8 charity fundraiser here in Farlands or Bust. For the Progressive Animal Welfare Society, PAWS, here in the Seattle area. We're up to $2,380 raised so far. I do appreciate everybody's continued donations. Got a bit since the last episode and a few questions that we can use to talk topics and have conversation. Because this is indeed going to be a bit of a long journey. Just letting you know at the onset here. Now that we've finished the beginning, 787 episodes in, now we're really truly getting into the meat of Farlands or Bust storyline and experience here. If this was a movie, the opening credits would start right now after the preamble, precursor, prelude, Honda Prelude. Much like when we played everything, how we played the game for like 4 hours and then the title finally showed up. I think that was completely on accident, but that was perfect. Unfortunately, that VOD is no longer on YouTube because the music in the background, I don't even think it was the music in the background. The voiceovers from what's his name got content ID claimed and I couldn't do anything about him, so yoink, off of YouTube they go. It was a limited time engagement and experience for those who got to watch that live, I guess. But we're continuing to the Farlands here. Farlandsorbust.com is where you can learn more about the series as well as the charity fundraiser. Indeed. Moo to you too, my friend. A moo to you too. Did I mention... I don't remember if I mentioned this in an episode of Farlands or Bust or not, but I bought a grill. Bought a grill! A gas grill. Sacrilegious. A gas grill. Haven't had a grill since moving from Arizona, because it wouldn't fit in the tiny little container that I moved all of my stuff in. But I had been a charcoal grill, just a basic Weber style. I don't know what those are called. They're just the little round boys. My family and my dad has always had one. Like, my dad has one, like, that's older than me, that has, like, an inch of caked on grease and grime and stuff on the inside of the bowl, I suppose. And, I feel kind of bad, because when I moved out of the house, he bought me one, like a brand new one. And that's the one I left in Arizona. What a horrible son I am. But anyway, the girlfriend wanted a grill, as did I, but wanted to go the propane route since it's a little bit less of a hassle to get up and running. So I did. Picked up, based on the recommendations of those in the Patreon Discord. I have a Patreon too as well. Went with an entry-level model, not another Weber. Weber gas grills are expensive. Just went with a what was it? A Charbroil Professional or Advanced or whatever it is. It's got 4 burners, two grilling racks, very basic design. But yeah, we've been grilling quite a bit. And yesterday, I grilled ribs. Ribs! Previously, the girlfriend has made ribs in her slow cooker. So she put it upon me to grill these ribs myself. We started them in the slow cooker. And she sent me a recipe for, like, seasoning, like a rib rub, the old rib rub. Apparently she meant that as a guide and not a literal recipe. I made the literal recipe. It was a lot of seasoning, and it was jam-packed and dry rubbed. It was kind of spicier than I thought it was going to be. But yeah, we slow cooked it for a couple hours and then put it on a grill for less than 20 minutes. Just flip it really quick, just to crisp the sides, and it worked. It worked well, and I'm sure I'll be having leftovers tonight as well. Grilled some ribs indeed. That was my first time grilling ribs. I really only ever grilled easy stuff like burgers and brats, sausage. I did do a turkey breast in Arizona for Thanksgiving one year. That was different and interesting. So, but yeah, I've been kind of pretty happy with the gas grill. Difficult to clean though. I mean, I could just scrapey everything, but I'm afraid I'm gonna ruin the grill stuff. The grill, what are the grates? The grates. They are porcelain coated iron, and I fear if I scrapey with the brushy, then they get rusty, as in like scraping off the porcelain coating. So I don't know. Perhaps I worry too much. But yeah, like all the grease or whatever collects on the bottom and allegedly flows into this little dangling precipice, this little dangling cup on the other side. Also, when we built it, there's the wheels, and then there's the other side with the feet. I don't think the feet went in all the way because it's not sitting completely level. I gotta figure out a way to use a rubber mallet to get the feet all the way in. I don't know if that is probably impacting the grease flow. There's an episode title for you. Grease flow. So yeah, doing some grilling, even though the weather, like we had that one weekend where it was like 80 degrees Fahrenheit and sunny and warm, and now it's just gotten back to cloudy in 50s or low 60s and rain. Gonna rain! But yeah, that's been an adventure. That's been an adventure thus far. Indeed. How do you tell when a propane tank is getting low? I think probably the best tactic would be to have 2 of them. That way, if you're in the midst of grilling and it runs out, you can swap to another one and then get the other one filled or exchanged or whatever. Kick it and check the sound. Put it into a bonfire by weight. I don't have a weigher. That's one of the things that those fancy $1,000 Weber grills had is you mount the propane tank on a little like built-in scale that then tracks and is able to tell you how much is left in your propane tank. Oops. Not this one, though. Let's go to sleep and continue in the morning. And propane and propane accessories-ness. Continuing on. So there's my Kurt J. Mac anecdote of the week. I've been watching too much MXC now that we found it. Right you are, Ken. Capybara Cosmonaut gave a donation and has the following question. Do you have any song or artist/band that you really like, but from a genre that you generally dislike or don't care for? This is teetering on the edge of a question from a while ago about, like, guilty pleasure music. Or, like, you know, something that you listen to that is, like, you don't want people to know about. I've been in a bit of a music rut lately because I don't listen to music as much, so I'm not, like, finding new music or new genres or anything like that. I'm probably gonna have to blame YouTube. But there are some songs, not all the songs, but there are some songs from what I can only describe as is she Norwegian? I think Norwegian. A pop artist named Aurora. There are some songs, and mostly I only like the live renditions. Not that I've gone searching far and wide for various versions of all the songs that she's made, but like the album versions are very pop, are very modern pop. But I've enjoyed some of the other songs, live versions and whatnot. So there, I think, is an answer that qualifies. Of course, now that I've, like, watched some videos, YouTube's flawless algorithm, like, that's all they're recommending is, like, here are more of her songs, here are interviews that aren't even in your language. Go, 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 God. Oh, Jesus. Ow. Oh, so much is happening. Wolfie. Oh, God. Have a seat. What the deuce? What the deuce is going on? That's what I get. That's what I get for letting you in on my musical secrets. You dingus? I don't think he took damage from the creeper. He took damage from this stupid tree. Good lord. I didn't lose a single piece of my skin off of my finger or anything from that. Good lord. What? That was just a cacophony of madness, if I can use that term probably incorrectly. How did I not lose any damage from that? I mean, I guess I ran away. New flop flashback. Yep, mark it down. I should make it and release it like the day after this episode comes out. For funsies. For funsies. My goodness. What an annoyance. There was that creeper at the beginning, remember? Remember that creeper at the beginning? It was a spy scouting us out. Careful, Wolfie. Good gravy. All right, he's doing fine. We filled up on pork. that was just a very unfortunate series of events, wasn't it? Yikes. I'm trying to think like of any other. No, I don't think there's any other like music or bands that I listen to. Like I listen to some weird stuff, but it's like, well, that's the genre. The genre is weird stuff. But yeah, Capybara Cosmonaut. Careful though, if you go searching and like view one of these videos, YouTube is going to be like, forever, these are all your recommended videos for the rest of your life. No matter how much you try to sway the algorithm in another direction, another direction, another direction, another direction. Ah, well, that was exciting. I need to bring the heart rate back down. Trying to get some feathers. Well, that's right. Chickens don't drop feathers, do they? Zombies drop feathers. I was trying to get some feathers to make some arrows out of this flint until I remembered the way of the world. That is this world, Minecraft Beta 173. Do chickens drop feathers? I don't even think they do. I think they just poop an egg every now and again. Is their only use. Anyway, have we all recovered from that encounter? Shall we continue on? Powers, oh geez, lava. Powers asks, or requests rather, can you teach me how to not get attached to the cars I buy? I'm gonna go this way just to avoid this ice, because I know ice is something that Wolfie can get stuck under, and I'm just not gonna take any more chances. Well, I kind of talked about this. It was mostly brought up in our year anniversary episode of Ran When Parked. And I think I expanded upon it on stream, or in an episode. Honestly, I don't remember. I was thinking about this yesterday. And it all boils back to my childhood. No, I don't know, honestly. It is a little bit like when Cone and ZK were talking about, oh, when does a car become your car? Is like when you're finished paying it, when you're driven it so many miles, when you modify it to make it yours. When does it become yours? I don't feel like they ever do become mine. And that goes for a lot of things. Cars I've owned, computers I've built, houses I've rented, or owned even. It must be some sort of psychological sense of like self or something, or a lack thereof, of like ownership. Pets, even like pets. I mean, like I'm attached to them, but I don't feel ownership of them. Or even like simple things like clothes. So it's a weird sort of, I don't know. There's definitely some spectrum of something, I'm sure, that I just can't. I don't have that level of possessiveness? Is that the word I'm looking for, maybe? I suppose on a more surface level. Yeah, I don't know. They're just things. I guess, like, they're just, I mean, I could see how, like, even with the Corolla and how I've declared, I declare that I'm like, I could be done with this, and I'm ready to try something else out and getting something new. There are still, like, moments where I'm like, well, it would be nice if I could figure out the carb stuff first. Or, oh, it would be nice if I fix the dash first. Or it would be nice if I put a sound system in it first. Or just a radio that works with speakers. So yeah, I could see, it's more of a, like, the to-do list. And I think that's more like preventing me, like, it'll be like, well, it'll sell easier if it has these things. It'll look more attractive to somebody else looking to buy it if it has these things, I suppose. What if you saw someone stealing your car? Well, see, even that, like, I think I was thinking about this when we went on a hike and the girlfriend drove the first leg of the 3-hour drive there. She was driving my car, the Subaru. And yeah, it feels weird to be in the passenger seat, but only because I'm just not used to being in the passenger seat. But otherwise, like, just, you know, just driving a Subaru Crosstrek, not my Subaru Crosstrek. Yeah, it's mine, but not, yeah, I don't know. It's not like a, that's very difficult to say. That's very difficult to say. Let me sleep on that. And awakeness. And awakeness indeed. Can I get psychological here on yous? Because this is, I'm not answering Powers' question, like, in any sort of way. And I'm sure ZK has a similar question. I'm thinking back to when I was a kid. And I don't know if it's just me, or maybe just a select, like, few people, but I did always, as a kid, apply some sort of consciousness or what's the word? I suppose consciousness to objects that clearly didn't have. You know, like stuffed animals, toys, even like toy cars, even like a helium balloon that I got somewhere. I distinctly remember anthropomorphizing that word, but more so than anthropomorphizing, but actually giving them, like, giving those objects self-awareness, like an intelligence, like, you know, like in Star Trek, they're always like, oh, this is a new sentience, that's the word, sentience, a sentient life form. I let go of this helium balloon and it flew away into the sky, never to be seen again. And it was a tragedy for me. It was like that balloon and the life we were going to spend together was lost. And it is now going to die. It's floating away, and it's lonely and sad that I let go of it, that I failed it, and it's going to die. A balloon we're talking about. I don't know how many other people might have thought this way. So yeah, I mean, at the lack, I hear a skeleton over there, so I'm not even gonna mess with it. At the, I suppose, at the risk, I don't want to apply religion to it or anything like that, but yes, almost giving things a soul. You know, everything from stuffed animals to pencils to book bags. So I don't know if that has anything to do with this at all. I don't do that now, obviously. I don't do that now. I mean, it would be a real problem for me to, like, make sure I brought a toy or stuffed animal with if I was going somewhere or sleeping with a stuffed animal in bed. Because I don't want the ones left out to feel bad, sort of thing. I don't do that anymore. Hopefully. So yeah, I've lost that aspect of it. That must have been some childhood predisposition to objects, or like I said, some spectrum of something. But it feels sort of related in that I don't feel that ownership over those things. I don't feel like that thing is mine, sort of, that I'm sure other people probably do. I don't want to call it selfishness or greed or anything like that, but and I think that applies to the cars I own as well, or anything I own or rent or possess as well. So yeah, that's really tough to say. How can I teach you? You have to be completely emotionally detached and have no self-esteem whatsoever. I don't know. To me, as somebody with limited space, like getting rid of the SVX, I kind of needed to do because I was moving in with the girlfriend, and there definitely was no space for the SVX. I feel like it's just an opportunity to replace it with something newer. Well, newer is probably the wrong word in the case of old cars, but something different or more exciting or whatever. Yeah, I saw, who was it? Was it somebody I follow on Instagram? Somebody famous. Zelda Williams? Robin Williams' daughter? I think posted something like similar like that. And I was like, I wasn't the only one who had those same experiences of, like, applying quote-unquote souls to inanimate, not even anthropomorphized objects or anything like that. Oh yeah, perhaps you had the same experiences as a kid or whatever. Anyway, Powers, look at what you've done. Got us thinking too hard about things. On the other hand, if I lost the tip of my finger... we have a final question here. The final question here. Which Minecraft beta 1.7.3 game mechanic was the last one you discovered on your track towards these far lands? Well, I'm still discovering some. The latest, I think, was probably the note blocks. Like, these are things I know exist, I just didn't realize existed in beta 1.7.3. Oh, there's some of those things. You're holding out on me, you dang chickens. You old turkeys. So I think it was the note blocks, because during the Season 7 Flobathon, or maybe slightly before, I was informed that yes, indeed, record players were even a thing, because I had collected records, or at least a green record. And chickens dropping feathers. I think I knew that, it's just hard to remember. So I think the So yeah, so so I'm like, oh, okay, I have a diamond or whatever. So for the final, the F3 monument, I'll make a record player. We can play this record. But then during the Season 7 Blobathon, I'm like, note blocks aren't a thing, are they? And sure enough, they were a thing. I'm like, well, now I gotta make that too, in addition to the record player. So we made the note block musical pyramid of F3-ness, or whatever we called it. So I think note blocks were definitely the last mechanic that I've quote-unquote discovered here. Previous to that, it was cakes. I didn't realize cakes were a thing you can make. So during the previous Blobathon, we collected eggs and wheat and made a cake and left it at the F3 monument. Well, actually, we ate the first one and then we left another one. And then I think for 500 episodes, pistons. I didn't realize pistons were in this version of the game. So we made a piston monument. I don't know what else. I mean, the golden apples were always a surprise. But now we know that there are neither apples nor craftable golden apples, so the only way you can get a golden apple is in the 0.08% chance of, or 0.8 of 1% chance of getting one in a spawner dungeon area. So yeah, I don't think there's any left. I don't know that there's any game mechanics left that we haven't explored. Obviously, we went to the Nether. Nether portals were a thing. Yeah. Is there anything that I've not done yet? Or that I'm missing? Or that I've not crafted? Dying? Yes, dying. Oh, you mean death. I thought you meant like dying wool? But no, death. Yeah, the death is a game mechanic that we haven't discovered yet in Minecraft Beta 173. Now that's funny. That's a good one. You got me there. I mean, when they added wolves, that might have been Beta 173 was the last time we updated it. When they added wolves, we like tamed 5 of them right away, and boy, was that a mistake. Wasn't it, Wolfie? Whoa! Ooh. Wait, that's awkward. You're gonna have to move a little bit. There you go. I don't think you can dye things. I don't think... Of course, I didn't think note blocks were a thing. Wasn't there just a flower outside here that I seen? Okay, I'm not gonna chance it. We've had far too many chances taken in this episode. Let's get rid of that. Let's put down the workbench. Let's make these few arrows that we can. Boop, boop. And then let's make some beds. Oh. Shall we? Yeah, that's good. Boink. So yeah, farlandsandbus.com. Thank you for your continued support. And see, when you support and donate and ask what should be a simple little tiny little question like Powers, it makes a whole episode happen. It makes a whole episode happen. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're all doing well. My name is Kurt. I will see you next time. The old rib rub.